everybody, Google57 here back again, and welcome back to another Allied tutorial of setting down waypoints. Now, as you may have seen, I changed my camera a bit because I got a new monitor from a friend of mine, and he was very generous enough. And also, I'm going to be packing up here in about a few weeks, so I decided to make this other video of making the other part of the tutorial, of the Allied setting down waypoints. So, let's get it started, shall we? So, what we learned so far is that creating units, setting down the perimeter, and where you want to position them, their motherships, and stuff like that. If you may have seen that if these are not the same units as before, don't worry about it, because I don't remember the units before, so I'm just trying to make it similar, but we do have a transport, a starship, and a fighter. Okay? So, let's set down some waypoints. So, in the game where you saved your map, which is your skirmish map right here, it would be able to, when you load it up for your mission as such, it would just stay right there. Did you know all the starships, like, what was that mission? Battle 1, Mission 1? You see where all the other starships around the Command Cruiser Defiance is just staying there doing nothing? Well, this is what happens when you don't set down an order. So in order to set down an order, you select any craft that you want. Let's say if you want a Star Destroyer to go over here, but there's no way to do it because there's no orders here, which is going to be a problem. So in order to fix that, you go to your Orders tab right here. And I'm not sure if I did the orders yet, but I'll do it in this video, so don't worry, I'll review it. So, for you make sure that it's on order 1. Because if you set on any other order, then it's just going to stay the same if there's no order in order 1. So, make sure that your order is in order 1, region 1, etc. And so, if you want your starship to move over here, you click down here and you have to select circle waypoints, or you can do one of these systems, starship, patrol, plus attack or disable, or if you wanted to, because if you wanted to attack craft also, you might want to set it to any of these ones. But right now, let's just set this over to circle waypoints. And then there you go. You notice that the blue text has been changing. Cycle through enabled waypoints a specific number of times. Now these primary targets is for the starship patrol plus attack. So if I set it to patrol plus attack, it's going to move over to the correct waypoint, and it's also going to attack the craft. So in order for it to attack enemy craft, you set this to either IFF or team or global group or whatever. But I'll set this for an example that if you want the Star Destroyer, let me see here, yep, to attack the rebels, then you set it to either Team 1, Rebels, Global Units, number, then you set the Global Units, Global Group, sorry, to that number. So, if I could find it here, Global Group, and then to 1, then it will attack any, then the Star Destroyer Vixen, as you can see, I already renamed it. The Vixen would also attack the craft that it was told to attack. Now, if it's only set to this, IFF and then Rebels, then it will attack any and all Rebel craft. Ain't that very nice? And in order to get this moving, you see here where it goes to where it says WP, click on that, and then the waypoints box appears right here. Okay? So, just bear with me. We're almost done here. I just need to double check to make sure that everything is in place. Yeah, good. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, where were we? Waypoints, right. So here's your waypoints tab. Here's your XYZ permanent positions, and at region number 1, System Patrol Craft Rebels. This is what you're going to need to start with. The start number 1 is on region 1, and that's where you want your start craft to start working at, start moving. So in order to enable the waypoints, you just click this waypoint 1 tab here, And as you can see, it just changed position. I'm not sure if you can see it, but if I zoom in here, you'll see this tab here, Waypoint 1 Vixen. You press and hold that. It's going to be a bit tricky, but you have to be precise. If there's multiple waypoints enabled, then you just select the craft, and then there's another tab over here that's just current FG only. You click on that, and then only the Star Destroyer is showing. If I disable that, then all the other crafts were shown. You notice the difference? And the current FG only tab will be up here and up here. So, you need to be precise. I much rather zoom in. You press and hold that little square where the Waypoint 1 Vixen is, and then drag it. Now, as you can see, the Star Destroyer moves with the waypoint because it's going to the direction it would want it to go. So let's say if you wanted to move over here, then you just hold the little box here, and then just click and drag. Simple as that. Now, as you can see, the numbers have changed for the X and Y positions. The Z position did not change because if I clicked on YZ, it's still at the same angle at the 0. So let's see, negative 0.19 is the X. The Y position is the negative 5 even, and that's where it is right here. Now, if I press and hold this, you'll notice that it will change. It may not change when you're moving, but when you release it, it changes a different number. See, 1.34 for the X and negative 4.97 for the Y. And then if you wanted to move back, you could also use these top two tabs here to know where you want to set your waypoint at. It's very useful for how you call it, strategic advantage of where you want your specific unit to go. So let's just send it at where we were before. Yeah, that might have been where. Okay. And also for the craft, the same thing. You just set down the waypoint and then boom, it would go there. Now for the fighter craft, you'll have to do it a little bit different because as you can see, the starship and the fighters are very different. They're big differences. So for this, you can either attack targets, attack escorts up, or protect or escort, disable targets, blah blah blah. So I'm going to use this example as to attack targets. As you can see here, not for capital ships, use your starship order. But that's okay, don't worry about that. If you did what I did, then you're fine. Okay, because we are going to change primary targets from none to, let's say, a flight group, transport red. Then it would attack the stormtrooper transport that is right here. And then once the target is destroyed, the X-Wings, I should probably give that a group, eh? I should. So let's name it that green. And then once the H-Wing has destroyed the stormtrooper transport, then that's good. Because it would resume its patrol routes on a specific waypoint encountered. If there's no waypoint and it's patrolling for targets, it's going to move on to the starting point here, and it's just going to circle around. I think it's either a butt that they encounter. So, in order for it to set multiple patrol routes, you do the same thing as you did here, except you do it on waypoint 2. Click on that, and as you can see, the second waypoint appears. So let's place this on, say, over here. Then once it's done patrolling that way, the first waypoint it's at, let's just equal that out. Then otherwise the X-Wing, once it's past waypoint 1, will automatically proceed to waypoint 2. And it should proceed back and forth. Okay? Are you with me on this? Okay, good. How long has it been already? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? I can't remember. Let's see here. So, now that we've learned the basics for waypoints, let's go to jump to order. Okay. The jump order is to, as you can see, if you can read this text here, FG will jump to the selected order when these conditions become true. So what they mean by that is, if there's a specific target, when there's a specific order that you wanted to jump into, but not to do it in-game, this is the best way to do it. Now I'll show you why. Because if the Star Destroyer comes in view, you'll have to import a 100% of flight group Star Destroyer ISD-2 Vixen must either arrive or arrive in region number. Now, I've shown you in the previous tutorial about the region numbers, of where this would be the only option. Not this one, because I'm trying to figure out the teams out for that one. But if you set this to arrive at region 1 here, or actually no, that's in the wrong order. Sorry, my mistake. Let's reset that. Okay, so for number 2, let's give it in order to retreat, like hyper out of region. Yeah, I think that works. Hyper to region number 2. It would hyper that there once the Star Destroyer 2 Vixen must arrive in region number 1. Now, the first order is to attack the Stormtrooper transport and then patrol its area. But if once the Imperial Star Destroyer Vixen arrives in the area, it would automatically jump to this order, where it would hyper to region number 2. Now, if you wanted to set it to how far you want the hyper point to be, just set down the waypoints like you did before, and drag it anywhere across the map, as long as it's under 0.50 clicks. So if you wanted to set a waypoint to here, then it would do the hyper, then its hyper point will be over here. And it would tell you how long it would take to be there. In-game, no, but not up here. Because as you can see, it cannot appear. So, another thing that you notice is that this little checkbox here, region 1 and number 2, that's region 2. Now, the reason why it's been activated is because that the X-Wing Green has a hyper to region on its order, and region number 2 is active. That's how this got active. So if you click on region number 2, you're in a whole different region. These 2 targets right here are blank. I'll tell you why. It's because that they are in region 1, and they are not in region 2 yet. So in order for them to be in region 2, you go back to region 1, Imperial Star Destroyer Vixen. I just stay right here. And then the next order, you set it to order to hyper to region number 2. Voila. As you can see, it's got a it's a bit overhead of this. So in order for it not to do conflicts, you do the same as before. Make sure that that's the order 1, and then circle waypoints, and you set down a waypoint for the waypoint to go. Now, as you can see, this is very different in a different region, because if you move the waypoint this time, then your craft will swing around the circle. See, like this. Whee! And then you set it to any destination on the map. Then it would hyper into the same direction as it was like that. For the Star Destroyer, it's the same thing. Set down the waypoint. Oh, come on. Give me a second here. Oh, you are dug in there tight, aren't ya? You are dug in there quite tight. Oh, you little. This is gonna be tough. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention these 4 corresponders here. These are to position your craft in the next area. So similar to you enabling the waypoints, you just click on one of these boxes for the direction that you want it to go, and bam, it's there. Now, as you can see, that I've encountered a very big problem of setting the waypoints. So, because if I click on the waypoint 1 here, I can't move it, because you cannot move the starship in a different region. I'm still trying to figure out why also, but I guess that's how it is. So, in order to move this to the different waypoint that is instructed, let's use these 2 top tabs to know where your waypoint wants to go. So, let's set out this position here. Yeah, that looks good. So, x negative 0.01 and y negative 2.01. So, negative 2.01 and negative 0.01. And then there you go. Notice the waypoint has changed because of its craft. Don't worry about that, because it might have been a bug, but again, I'm still new to this and I'm just trying to work out as I go. So just bear with me here. And then for the second waypoint, again, it's to position to a different way. So let's set it to say x 1.0 and y negative 2.0. Negative 2.00 for y, and for this one, 00. And then there you are. You are able to move it around as long as it's not in that specific spot. Okay? So, now that we've got our regions and our waypoints, placing different waypoints and patrol routes done, let's try this on one of the official missions. Now remember to save it as a backup for your current mission, because if you do something wrong, then otherwise you're gonna... I'm gonna tell you it's not gonna go very good. So, as you can see, I've made a couple of backups for some of my missions. One of my most favorite is the I don't know what is my favorite, but I don't know. Let's go on a Battle Zero Mission 6. Excuse me. Yeah, let's go to my backup file of that, because... Uh-oh. Looks like it's... Oh, right, maybe I must have... Right. Okay. Okay, that's no problem. That's no problem. Nothing to be worried about. Nothing to be worried about. That's fine. It's all good. Okay. So, as you can see, the Rebel Rendezvous Aid to the Alliance is for the family mission of Mission 6. So, let's go to any region that you want to place a new craft in. Remember to make backups, because it's most important. Let's go to region 3. See what we got here. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a few details. I wouldn't want to touch any of the craft or its orders. But, I'll get to that, whatever. I'll be able to, let me see here. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. It looks like that I would be done for here, guys. I'll just yeah, you know what? I just encountered an error on my recording system, and I'll just have to get a fix on that in a moment. So we'll continue on with the mission editing on the current missions in my next video. So, let's see. Anything else I would like to wonder? I did mention that I was moving. New desktop. Or sorry, a new monitor. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. So, I'm afraid that'll be all out for this video, guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching for the Allied tutorials. And let me know in the comment section below about what you think of how I did on the video. If there's any problems or any screw-ups that I made, or if you know more than me, please feel free to comment down below and tell me what I missed, and I will see what I can do in the next video. And yeah, we'll see. We'll just go on from there. And so, thank you guys so much for watching. Click my subscribe button for more videos in the future. And as always, I will see you fellas in the next video. Bye bye.